Hello everyone, Krydax here. Welcome back to our Pyanodons playthrough. So, in the last episode, we got zinc ore automated mining, and now we are going to work on smelting it. So, I whipped up the processing chains, and we're doing the research right now, and I whipped them up in Helmod. We have a few options. We can just smelt directly at a ratio of 10 to 1. We can, with some processing, add in iron sticks to, I think that's to crush the zinc in a ball mill. And that will get you triple the output, but you have to add some iron. So if you think about it, we're essentially exchanging 3 iron plates for 2 zinc plates. Is, one way to think about it. And we get some extra, outputs. And then finally we have the molten recipe, which is green science tier. And we add in quite a bit of heavy oil, which I don't love, to again double our output. So we add in the heavy oil and a little bit of hot air and limestone to process zinc grade 3 into molten zinc. I don't know if we're going to need enough zinc that this will be worth it, because 50 heavy oil is actually not, it's not extremely cheap. We can get heavy from crude, but that means we're using about 10 crude oil for every single zinc plate we make. So, I don't know. I don't know if that's worth it or not. But I think for now, I'm just going to go with this one, because it's a little simpler. And really, all we have to do is import some iron plates, and then make sure we're exporting the soil, sand, and stone. So I'm going to pin that, and we'll get to work on this recipe. And I will put it inside one of the larger buildings, so that way I have room to expand later. And given that I now have bots, I'm not super worried about having all my smelting be along this main bus here. I kind of just want things to be as close to the middle of the base as possible, because we're going to have bots flying all around inside the base. And I should probably, while I'm thinking about it, add in some more roboports. You can never have too many roboports. Okay, so I need 6 ball mills, 2 impact crushers, and 2 factories. And then I need to grab one of the medium factory buildings. And we'll grab 2 of the little ones while we're at it. Also, I need to get rid of a few things in my inventory. I don't need moss, don't need sap, don't need some extra limestone or coke. I don't like those pie tanks. I don't need clay, I don't need phenol. I don't need those 9 trees. I definitely have a lot of extra stone. So, I overload my robots every time I try to make one of the, what's it called? The medium factory buildings, because they're just so many separate plates. Alright, so we've got this, and we want to import iron plate stack of 8. I guess we can just unstack it right here. Okay, so we need 6 ball mills, which I can just throw right here, I guess. And we need to actually make the iron sticks, which is a bit of a problem. So we'll move these over. We're not going to need that much space. So we will unstack, and we need 6 sticks per second. That's assuming I can even get 10 zinc ore per second. I don't think I'm getting 10. I think I'm getting like 7. So iron sticks come at a rate of 2. So probably just 2 of these. And we will just do that. And this can handle up to how many? If 6 can make 10, then 4 sticks per second can make 6.66, which is pretty close. I've got 7 ore per second theoretically available, but I'm not going to worry too hard about that. We'll use fast inserters. Looks like they have a total of about 3 items per second. And a total output of a lot less than that. Gosh, I can probably use yellow inserters for those. Actually, I want to go up because the stone, basically, we're just going to filter zinc to the left. Zinc grade 1. To the left, and everything else will go out the top to the right. We'll deal with that. And then grade 1 zinc gets impact crushed. In these buildings. And then we're going to have sand go to the right. And oops, not pure sand. Regular sand, I think. Yeah. Regular sand, which will join up with the other detritus. And then we've got those steps done, and then we just need 2 foundries. Directly smelting that. So definitely not the most efficient recipe, but better than direct smelting, and I think it will give us... Why am I putting power poles? That's not what I need. I need to actually craft the buildings. But it'll at least get us what we need. Okay, and now we just need to deal with the outputs there, reduce the update rate on you. I think zinc plate will be coming out here. And then what I need is to blueprint this kind of thing, where we stack half of it and store 2 different types, where we store regular plates and stacked plates. I just need to blueprint that, because I'll use it. And then here, what can I do with soil? Could just burn it. Sand and soil can make guar, which we will need. But other than that... Oh yeah, we can wash it to make sand and tailings. So I think I'll do that. So I'll throw a washer maybe inside the building. Let's see. So we'll have soil go to the right here. And then that will go in, and sand will just get thrown back onto the belt. I've gone and done it now, haven't I? I'm going to move these buildings down by a couple notches, because they can be. And that way I can move this back by 1. enough space here for tailings to come out. See, I actually want some soil in my inventory because certain buildings need it, but how much soil do these make? 1.5? Can this handle 1.5? Yes. Can the inserter handle 1.5? Also yes. So that should be fine. And then we need to now filter based on sand and stone, stack that, and provide it away. Right. We need to actually load the items. That should help. And the stone, actually, I should just have go up here where the rest of the stone goes for my other outputs. And I think that should do it. Zinc plates are coming out the middle. And now we've got zinc. Okay. So that's one step of the way towards activated carbon. Activated carbon. What's it actually called? Active carbon. So zinc chloride, we need to take zinc plates and mix it with 20 hydrogen chloride. Now, we already are making hydrogen chloride kind of as a result of phosphoric acid. Another way you can make it is from hydrogen and chlorine and half of a lamp. And you can get hydrogen and chlorine from electrolyzing saline water. And you get sodium hydroxide as a bonus. The problem is it's very bad ratios. So like 100 saline water will get you 20 of each, which will only end up getting you 20 hydrogen chloride, which only gets you 1 zinc chloride. So we need 100 saline water for that, if we do it that way. And I guess half of a lamp, but a fifth of that. So only 1/10 of a lamp, which is, you know, a little bit of glass and metals. So I don't know if that's the best way to do it. The other way to do it is salt and sulfuric acid to make sodium bisulfate, and then you add some more salt to that to make sodium sulfate, which gets you even more hydrogen chloride. So altogether, 15 salt and 100 sulfuric acid gets you 60 hydrogen chloride. Now, 100 sulfuric acid is just 2 iron plates and sulfur. Sulfur is very easy, unless I'm missing something. There are actual sulfur mines, and we can just mine sulfur directly out of the ground. I think I can craft sulfur mines. Maybe not. Sulfur mine. Oh, I just need to research this guy. So yeah, I can just build sulfur mines. So sulfur's basically free. It's one of those really easy to get resources. So we will need hydrogen chloride of some sort. Then we need nitrogen. I plan on just doing it that way. So let's set up a little area for zinc chloride. We'll put it in a small factory building. Guess I might as well keep it near the zinc. So we'll put it over here. And we should name, well, not name, but identify this building for zinc plates. How many, I'm curious how much hydrogen chloride I have stored up by now, if any. It looks like none. That feels wrong. What's going on here? Oh, it's because we have all the acetone we need. Let's see what's happening here. I'm honestly not sure. So it looks like phosphine gas and phosphoric acid have both been fully used. And they're not producing anymore because acetone is backed up. Interesting. Okay. Well, I guess the main purpose of this guy is to make acetone. So if I want hydrogen chloride, I gotta make it some other way. But let's make nitrogen first. So thinking of refined syngas, I'm hoping to need 10 per second to make 2 niobium plates per second. So 10 refined syngas per second. It's going to be how many activated carbon? 0.5 per second. So the amount of nitrogen I need is negligible, which is helpful. It's just 2 destructive distillation columns. Sodium hydroxide. I'm banking on having enough from the slaked lime thing I just set up. And zinc chloride. Coal dust, I'll just import. So zinc chloride we have to figure out. I think I'll do the salt and sulfuric acid thing. Because I need sodium sulfate and sodium bisulfate anyway. So we need mixers. I'm searching the wrong place. Mixer. Wow, those use a lot of storage tanks. I think I'll just make that out in the open here. Oh, the other one's not made in a mixer, I guess. Let's see, sodium sulfate. That's made in a high pressure furnace. Okay. I apologize in advance for the sound of... Oh, and then you can make sodium carbonate from sodium sulfate. So it's a long process. That can make 0.25. This can use, so we need 2 of these. And then we'll barrel this. Hydrogen chloride barrel. Barreling blueprint. You know, I should change the barreling blueprint so that it doesn't autofill. Select new contents. Because I don't want that provider chest to be totally full. And now we need sulfuric acid and lots of salt between the 3 of these. So the salt will come in like so. And we'll do a requester chest of stacked salt. And then we need sulfuric acid, and we need to go between, we need inserters between buildings. Do I need sodium bisulfate for anything other than this? That's a good question. We do not. Okay, this is the only purpose sodium bisulfate has in the entire game, so we don't have to worry about storing that up. And then I need a chemical plant, I think, for sulfuric acid. Yes. Nope, that's the acid gas version. This one. So that can make 50 per second, which is more than enough for this purpose. And sulfur I can have on a belt all the way down here. Iron plates we'll have to request. I'll just request 60. We have to hook this up to water. And then I need sulfur mines, which I should be able to build now. Sulfur mine, we'll build 3 of those. And then I think we'll be good with all of this. Oh, and then I'll need to store these bad boys. I wonder if they stack. Sodium bisulfate, sodium sulfate. Yeah, I can stack them. Because what I want to do is I will... Well, we'll just do the same thing I do with plates. We'll do that. Okay. So let's go grab a few hundred extra belts. Set up our sulfur mining. Maybe I didn't grab enough belts. This is a long distance. Okay, maybe we did. Just barely, though. Okay, so sulfur mines. Oh, I forgot. These consume burnable fuel. So what that means is I will need to do what? I could just manually feed them. I could make my something from nothing. What to do? Well, my something from nothing makes biomass. So we could just do all of this without the syngas part. And so I'll take off all this. And then we'll just have it output biomass. And I'll need to bring some modules up. I think that'll work. And then we'll just output biomass. And so I'm going to actually turn that into a new blueprint. And we'll just call this FN biomass. Oops, that's not the name. FN biomass. And then we'll just run that biomass down past our buildings. There's probably a better way to do that. I'll have to come back and put modules and all that. We will stack the sulfur. Now put it onto one side of the belt. Run that down. Of course, we're out of belts too. Wow. X-axes. What are the odds of that? Okay, we'll hook up our power. Out of power poles, too. It's a bad day for the Factorio engineer. Alright, so we'll let the bots bring us some stuff. And then we need to go grab some modules. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run in here and grab the extra tree seedlings, which I know I have some of. Not as many as I would have thought, though. Interesting. Okay. Now I will always have extra tree seedlings here. And then I can put them in here to make trees. Because I need 25 to fill the building. And then I need some moss. How many modules are here? 15? So just 15 moss will do it. And then I can feed it a little bit of wood to start up the power. Alright, power is hooked up. Sulfur's being mined, technically. Okay, we'll start up this guy with some wood. Let's see. I missed something. Okay, we need to feed this some wood for seedlings. Yeah, okay. So you can see how sulfur's pretty easy to get. I mean, we just have to have some fuel for it. I also probably could have looked if there's any raw coal nearby. Doesn't look like there is. Because that would be really easy to just power it with raw coal. Okay, well, I believe this will all be self-sufficient. I'll plop down a radar just in case, so we can take a look at it in a minute. I think this should work. I might need to give it a bit more of a jump start, though, because these logs really need to go to making seeds. So I'm going to give this guy half of the wood. That should be good enough. And now sulfuric acid should be easy to make. Man, there are just so many different components you need to move towards circuits 2. I mean, this is just me working on getting niobium, is really the thing I'm kind of after right now. Alright. I'm just going to choose this point to plop it all in a chest. And then down here... Or wait, where were we making sulfuric acid? It's up here. So in this case, I might not plop it in a chest just yet. We'll have it come over. And this can need up to 5 per second. Which is quite a lot. Alright, that should do it. We'll see if this all runs properly, but I think it will. But yeah, I mean, this is just to get sulfuric acid, which is to get hydrogen chloride, which, you know, the cycle continues. And once we have niobium, that gets us a step closer to red circuits, but still very, very, very far away from red circuits. Alright, well there we go. Hydrogen chloride barrels along with some sodium sulfate. Now, we do want this to be the main producer of hydrogen chloride. So we will have a inserter here that will only insert if the hydrogen chloride barrel in the logistics network is less than 200, or maybe 150, because this will be 200. So if this starts to empty out, then this can start to get rid of, well, but then it'll get rid of all of it. Is that what I want? Yeah, I mean, that's fine, because it'll go into a storage container somewhere anyway, so the main goal is to not back up on sodium sulfate, because that's not really what I care about. Okay, so then hydrogen chloride needs to be requested down to here. So we will request hydrogen chloride barrel. Hydrogen chloride barrel. Probably 100 barrels. That seems good. And then we need zinc plates. Yes, I know they're right there. I don't really care. I'm lazy. We'll do unstacked. And then we request coal dust, which I will want stacks of. And then, what's the last thing I need? Nitrogen comes from nothing. Sodium hydroxide, that's right. Which I can also just request the item itself. Hydroxide. Okay, so inside we will have a chest which will balance. We'll have a filter boy that gets the barrels. Hydrogen chloride. So we'll be unbarreling there. Then we make the zinc chloride in a chemical plant. This will hydrogen chloride barrel, empty. This guy's making zinc chloride. We can just direct insert that. And then we just need a single high pressure furnace. he'll be grabbing coal dust, stacks. This guy will grab sodium hydroxide. And then activated carbon. Where are you at? There. And then we need nitrogen, which we're going to use 2 destructive distillation columns with pressurized air. Okay, so we need 40 pressurized air. And then I really should keep the purest nitrogen gas. I will need to vent the excess, but we'll put it at least in some sort of tank, because I think we need it later for something. So we'll overflow into that. I will just gas vent the oxygen. And then the regular nitrogen we will collect. Throw it into this building, and there we go. Activated carbon. Just like that. We'll have that output into a provider chest. How am I short on sodium hydroxide? I thought I had tons of slaked lime. Oh, I'm only providing it stacked. That's the problem. Okay. Well, I will just have to request it stacked then. Sodium hydroxide, stack of 8. We'll only need like 13 of those. And then this guy will have to go into an unstacker. Sodium hydroxide, stack of 8. We'll do that. Okay, that should work. There we go, we've got activated carbon checked off the list. So we still need refined syngas before we can even mine niobium. But we're at least getting there. And I think this is a good stopping point for the episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you next time.